to Brunch and Banter. Today we'll be talking about spring awakening and all the things that come with springtime.
Please tell us all about this cherry festival I've never heard about.
Me neither. But then again, we do live in the strawberry festival area, so it makes sense why we've never heard of it.
That is true.
So the cherry festival celebrates cherry harvest, featuring food, music, parades, and various community activities. There are several well-known cherry festivals around the world, but actually the most famous one is in Michigan, Nina.
No way.
Yeah, someplace called Traverse City.
I've heard of it. I've never been, but I've heard of it.
So there are a couple reasons why it's famous. Traverse City produces some of the best and largest amounts of tart cherries in the United States.
What?
I know, and you should know this. You went to Michigan for a couple years out of your life.
I know, it's crazy.
The festival in Michigan actually dates back to 1926, so it's almost actually at 100 years old.
It's almost a whole century old.
I know. They have air shows, they have parades by the U.S. Air Force, and then they have...
Oh.
I know, those are... Actually, I've never been to an U.S. air show, because I know we have them over here by Orchid. Technically Lompoc, too, because that's where the Air Force is at. Well, it's not really Air Force anymore, it's the Space Force.
Sorry. Space Force.
There are cherry-themed parades, and they actually have a classic car show, which is kind of cool.
Oh, that's nice.
They have cherry spitting contests.
That's kind of gross.
I know. Whoever can spit the furthest wins.
They should have the stem knot tying thing.
That should be one of them. I don't know why they don't do that.
You know, whoever does it the fastest wins.
Yeah, less gross, and you don't have spit everywhere. I wonder though, because of COVID, if they had to stop that one.
I do wonder that actually.
They probably did.
Probably.
And then some of the sports and activities that they do is like a cherry festival 5K, concerts, and fireworks over the bay.
Fun. I'm surprised I've never heard of that.
I know. How far was Traverse from you that you know of?
We were in Holland, and I'm not sure how far that is. I don't think it was that far because I think I've seen the name like on signs when you're driving.
Okay, that makes sense. I think if it was closer, I would definitely want to go because I really like cherries. I think they're like one of like the best fruits. Cherries, watermelon, and honeydew, my favorite.
Peaches.
A little sweet sometimes.
I didn't go as in depth of research as you. My assistant chat GPT. So I did research on the tulip festival. Yeah, so that started in the Netherlands. I don't know what year, but the Netherlands grows like all these tulips, like acres and acres of tulips, like so many acres that they call them hectares. And our father knows what those are. He's told me before, but I don't remember.
Oh, I feel like that sounds familiar too for my dad.
Yeah, you can go see them from, I want to say March to May, but the best time to see them is, I believe, mid-April.
Mm-hmm.
And they just have like a bunch of different colored tulips that you can go see, and a lot of people go see them. But in Michigan, where I lived for a little bit, we lived in a very Dutch forward city. Like the city is literally called Holland, Michigan. And they have a tulip festival. I've never been to the festival, but they have a little town, like a little fair where they have little Dutch shops and you can buy like Dutch inspired food. They have tulips. They have like, they dress up like all like Dutch and everything. It's like they have the clogs and the skirts and all that stuff. And it was really cool to go there. We went in the middle of summer, so it was kind of hot, but it was really nice.
That's kind of cool.
I liked it. I would like to go to the Netherlands and see like the actual tulips. That would be really cool.
Yeah, I feel like that'd be really pretty.
Yeah, really pretty. I don't know if we ever saw any tulips there.
In Michigan?
Yeah, I think it was just more like about the Dutch.
I also saw like some of like the famous tulip festivals are like you said, the Netherlands, Canada, and the U.S. has like Washington, Michigan, and Oregon.
Yeah, all northern states. Do you have anything to add onto our tulip festival?
No. I didn't have a year either, so when I started, so I didn't have that either.
Yeah, I didn't. If I guess, it'd probably be like 19 something.
Me too. Probably around the same time as Cherry Festival, for all we know.
Probably. Don't quote us on that.
We're making up our own facts for that one. So I have like flowers blooming. It's a good symbol for spring. They signify renewal. They signify regrowth. There's a lot of nature changes, and some people actually experience seasonal depression.
Like going into spring?
Yeah, like I don't know if it's springtime or if it's fall that they do a lot of like seasonal depression, where they're like the days are getting darker, so that people get depressed. And now that spring is coming around, like the days are getting more lighter, so people get more happier. Like their moods are go with the flow of the seasons. I didn't know that.
Yeah. Yeah, they call it the winter blues, right? I'm pretty sure that's what it's called.
I think so. I've never experienced that, but
Me either. I don't think so.
I get happy during the winter.
I mean, I definitely enjoy the sun setting way later. Like, I prefer more daytime as opposed to morning time. I don't know.
Me too.
Yeah, I think my favorite part about spring coming back around is hearing all the birds.
hmm
Well, I like to hear the birds in the morning.
I don't.
You know what's funny though?
What?
When I still lived back home with mom and dad, right below the roof, there was a little piece of wood missing, and there was a bird nest. And every summertime, those birds had babies, and like around 6 o'clock in the morning, you hear them.
That's exactly why I don't like to hear them. It's too early.
I'll be like, I feel like Snow White.
You're dumb.
That's what I felt like, you know,
Okay.
when she's like cleaning and the birds are helping her.
Okay, then.
Really?
Okay, it's nice. I don't mind it, but like at the same time, it's kind of like our neighbor over here on the side who has like a chicken or whatever, and like
Those are chickens.
yeah, but still 5, 6 in the morning. That's all I hear, and I'm just like, oh my god, can you just shut up?
Okay, but hear me out. Hear me out. Would you rather hear or a
I would rather hear none of that.
actually no, that's a rooster. Do chickens make noise besides like buck 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 buck?
I think it's a rooster, and it's illegal to have roosters as pets in California.
It is in the city.
In the city, yes, and we do live in the city. And I have thought about calling the popo on them, but I know that they're good friends with like my mom and my grandma, so I have not. I have not yet, but I have thought about it. So do you guys do like spring cleaning, spring fever? What do you guys do for the spring that's fun?
I don't know if I would call it spring cleaning because I don't do it because it's spring. I kind of just do it.
Yeah, like if you get in the mood, you know, to be like, you know what, that looks really dirty. I want to clean it, and then you start cleaning that, and then you're like,
Yeah.
that's dirty now, so let me clean that. It's a domino effect.
It's funny because we literally just did that on Saturday. We had a whole list of things we needed to do regarding the baby's birthday. And then because she took a nap early, I'm like, okay, well, let me start cleaning. Well, I started cleaning the house, and then Daniel decided to like declutter the garage because it's been a mess since we moved back.
Yeah.
And I feel like he deep cleaned the garage and I cleaned the house. Like, I don't know, it kind of just happened. But we ended up doing that all day.
It really is an all-day thing, and it's so tiring.
Especially when you get, like, really into it. Like, all of a sudden you start cleaning baseboards. Like, when I was nesting, I had Daniel clean the baseboards like crazy. Like, I don't know what it is about nesting, but, like, baseboards and nestings just go hand in hand. But I've never cleaned so much. I think we spent, like, 3 days cleaning. I never cleaned so much in my life.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my god.
I think like when I deep clean, like usually it's just my room, you know? I deep clean my room and I'll find things. I'm like, oh, I haven't seen this in forever because there's stuff on top of my closet. And I go and I try it on. I'm like, oh, look at me with the stupid little beanie. And then I'm like, okay, and then what else is in here? And I go and I try on the other things, and then the cleaning just kind of stops.
That's her ADHD.
I get distracted.
But I feel like a lot of the times it's like things that you say you're gonna use, like especially for the closet, it's like things you say you're gonna use,
But you never do.
and then you never do, but then you're like, but I will. So you keep
Yeah.
it, and then you do it again next year
Yeah.
or the next time you find it.
It's like you just need the right occasion and you want to wear it.
So I really don't think it's like in spring cleaning when I come across that. Maybe it does
Yeah.
happen more with spring just
Yeah.
because it goes from cold to sunny and then the time changes. So we feel like we have more time in our day.
So that's when we start
Yeah.
cleaning more.
Yeah, because you're like, oh, the sun's still out. I can still be productive.
Mhm.
But it's not like something I wait till spring comes around to do so. It's kind of just like spur of the moment. Oh, look, you start doing this because this happened. Like with us, we started cleaning because the baby went to sleep. We were waiting for her to wake up so that we can head out. But we're like, okay, well, might as well take advantage of the time. Before we knew
Yeah.
it, Daniel reorganized the whole garage and I was over here cleaning baseboards.
Or it's like you get into the mood and you start cleaning and then you make a huge mess and you're like, what did I get myself into?
And then you don't want to deal with it anymore.
Because it's like you start with like what's in your closet, and then the next thing you know,
Your closet's on your bed.
yeah, your clothes on your bed because you're like, oh, I'm gonna go through all my clothes instead of like deep cleaning,
And then it's 9:00 at night and you're like, oh shit.
You're like, well, I need to sleep on my bed, so you need to get rid of the stuff. And sometimes I'm like, screw it, throw it in the closet.
put on the floor, put on the chair.
Yeah.
Yes.
Which is what I like about having a guest room because we kind of just like put stuff there. That's what we've been doing with the baby's birthday stuff. All the boxes have just been coming into the guest room. But now that he cleaned the garage, we moved everything out of the guest room and into the garage.
Well, we just went through daylight savings, but do you guys have plans for it?
An hour of sleep was stolen from us. Unfortunately, I can't get that time back.
The audacity, I say.
So my plans have been thrown into the trash.
Rude. Daylight savings.
Yeah. I actually wish that they would just leave the time the way it is right now and never change it
Didn't
again.
they talk about that?
Yes, I was about to say that. Didn't you see that Donald Trump was all like, not to talk bad about our president. I didn't vote for him, but he said that he's like, well, the problem with daylight savings time is that there's like 50% of people want 1 more hour, and 50% of people want 1 less hour. So it's like there's like a lot of like contradictions there, and we have to figure out what we want. And I'm like, bro, we fucking voted to take it out. Like, just fucking take it out already. Doesn't matter what you do. Either way, the sun is gonna end up setting later at some points of the day and earlier at some points of the day.
Yeah, it'll change like as the sun or just the way that the earth is rotating. Winter will still be winter and the sun will set earlier in the winter than it does in the summer. So
I don't know, but he gets me mad. Like he's like, he made all these promises and he's not keeping them, which I mean, I shouldn't be surprised because all presidents do that, but still.
It's a game.
It really is.
You just have to play the game.
Well, I do have plans for daylight savings time. I started running. If I say I started, I meant I did it once on Saturday, and I'm doing it for 3 days out of the week, okay?
What was that, like 2 days ago?
Yes. I did it Sunday.
You know what? That was a good start. That's a good start.
We are proud of you. Round of applause.
I did it Sunday, and I was going to do it tomorrow, but Francisco wants to hang out, so I moved it to Wednesday, and then I'm going to do my last day of the week on Friday.
You targeting like 3 days a week?
Yes, 3 days a week. I did a total of, not running, I did a total of 1.5 miles. Not running, though. I walked most of it, but I did run for 2 minutes straight.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
2 minutes is 2 minutes.
And then I was like, okay, I'm going to improve it to 3 minutes, and then we're going to work our way to 5.
Did you did you go to a track or did you just go?
We went to that, remember that one place we went walking to in Orchid? The park?
Oh, yeah.
Shell, where we took our pictures that one time?
Oh, yeah.
That park with the bridge.
That's where I went.
The Orchid Trails right there is really nice.
There's a lot of trails actually right there. I've seen a lot of them. I actually was doing one by myself, but I started hearing noises behind me.
Oh, that's scary.
I know. There's warnings of mountain lions, so I was like, I'm gonna head back.
And they hide so good.
Oh, there is, especially right there.
Yeah,
Because we would see one at work all the time.
exactly. So I was just like, I mean, I have a knife, but
A knife ain't gonna do nothing, honey.
I would just say, like, go during, like, the busy hours, because most of the time they get scared of the noise,
Mhm.
so they stay away from people. So if you kind of just stay in their busy hours and don't go, like, at a weird time, then you're usually good. Like, the mornings is really popular. I don't know about the afternoons, because I would always go in the morning.
I usually go in the mornings. I think the time that I went was, like, maybe, like, 10 in the morning.
Oh, we would go earlier. When I was going with Selena, we would do like 7, because we would try to go when it was
That's
still
early.
like a little chilly, foggy,
Mhm.
and then come down before it got really hot. And like we got sunbeat.
Okay, that's smart.
And then we still had like our day, you know?
Yeah. The other day, I bought flowers for the house because Francisco gave me flowers for Valentine's Day, but they were dead. I mean, they weren't dead when he gave them to me, okay? He gave it to me alive. and they died. You know, the circle of life.
So they died.
Yeah, it's been over a month since Valentine's Day.
I'd be surprised if they were still alive, on and off.
Yeah.
I threw away 2 weeks ago. So I bought new flowers, and I guess one of them was a lily. And I forgot that Lily, or my sister, is allergic to lilies.
Oh, yes, you have to remove the little pollen thing.
You know who has good flowers? Complete tangent, but Trader Joe's has really good flowers.
Yes, that's where I got them.
You know what? I think I'm going to go to Trader Joe's tomorrow.
I go once a week. You know what I like about Trader Joe's is their cashiers, they're very friendly and they like to talk to you a lot.
Yeah, they do make conversation.
I thought you were going to say the Hawaiian shirts was your favorite.
Because like whenever I wear the sweater that I'm wearing right now, it says I solemnly swear that I'm up to no good. Or somebody's like, oh, do you like Harry Potter? Oh, what do you like better, the books or the movies? And they like start making conversation about it and stuff.
They're very personable.
Yeah, their cashiers are nice. Next thing you know, they'll be asking you your blood type and
And your address.
And they'll be like, do you donate? Can you donate a kidney to me? Yeah. Do you guys get allergies for when the seasons change or in general? I know you and us sometimes have allergies.
It depends. Like, if it's really windy, sometimes I'll get, like, the itchy eyes and the runny nose in the morning. But, like, it's never something that bothers me all day long, you know?
So I would never get them here at home, but when I was working in the office at an Orchid, right around this time, I don't know if it was, well, they always have the AC on. So I don't know what it was, but I would sneeze when it was really windy and when I was working up there. So I don't know if there was like a specific bush, flower, whatever that would like cause it, because it never happened like here at home in town. It was just there. So I think that was weird, but I was like, okay, well, maybe it's like the dust, but no, because they have the AC all the time. So dust from where, you know, like, cause you know how.
Well, if the ACs are not cleaned out.
Yeah, if they don't change out the filters, then it comes back out.
No, they do, because we have maintenance on them. But I never really figured out what it was. I thought that maybe if it was the pollen, that I would get it even here in town, and I never did. It was just at work. It was the weirdest thing in the world. But I mean, it wasn't like a consistent thing. Like, we can have flowers in the house and it doesn't bother any of us.
Yeah.
So that's nice, but I know you can also develop allergies. So I hope that doesn't happen.
Same way that you can develop food intolerances. Because I didn't used to be lactose intolerant, and now I am.
I feel like you get allergies pretty bad, don't you?
Me? Yeah. I'm allergic to everything. So I'm not allergic to Maya, but...
Hold on. For reference, Maya is a Shih Tzu, just so they know.
Maya's my puppy. She's supposed to be hypoallergenic, right?
Yeah, which means they have hair and not fur.
Yeah. So when she's freshly showered, like, I can cuddle her and everything. But when she's been outside, I have to, like, kind of watch it because I think I'm allergic to grass and, like, bushes and stuff. So she brings in those stuff from outside, and then I get my allergies. And
I took an allergy test in Michigan. I'm allergic to everything except mold. I'm allergic to dogs, cats, trees, grass,
Except mold, she said.
dust mites. But lucky for me, my dog and cat allergies are intradermal, which means they have to puncture my skin for me to really get a reaction.
Mine, I when we had to put Mitzi, who was my old dog, my Chihuahua, we had to put her down, and she was on my neck, and all her fur was on me. Dude, I broke up in hives. It was gross. It was so nasty. I just get itchy, and then I get sneezy. I get like irritated. Everything just gets irritated on me.
Yeah, that's rough.
But do I do anything about it? Do I take medicine? No, I do not.
I think for me, like, whenever my allergies act up like that, because, like, with my rabbit, I think I tested, like, it was out of 4, a scale of 1 to 4. So I always kept my inhaler. Like, I think I have, like, one really strong, like, prescription one and then, like, a regular one. Whenever I clean his litter, I notice if I take a deep breath, I'll sound wheezy, and that's when I know that I have to use my inhaler with him.
See, I don't get them like that, where they're like life-threatening and stuff. I just get really itchy and like I break out. But I know that they could worsen over time if you keep exposing yourself to them.
Yeah, that's what they say. It's like any type of allergy, you can't play around with it because then it takes one time for it to turn deadly.
So that means I can never go outside on the grass.
You can't live life. You have to live in a bubble.
In a bubble. That's so sad.
We're gonna put you in a bubble.
Have you guys seen the movie Bubble Boy?
Yeah, that's gonna be you.
Like that.
That's gonna be me. No more pets for me. I'm just kidding. What's it called? I know, like, for sure I'm like lactose intolerant. I have theories though with like apples and cherries, because whenever I eat apples and cherries, they like make my throat really, really scratchy and like I feel super itchy. So then I don't know if you guys ever like rub your tongue to the back of your throat.
Yeah, like when it's itchy.
Yeah, so I do that and then it starts feeling like swollen, so I have to stop. That's how like much I rub it. So I think I'm allergic to apples and cherries, and I've tried eating them without the skin, and I still feel it, but not as much.
Theory. Do you wash them?
No, but I've
Gross.
I've had apple pie before.
But apple pie is like cooked. It changes the...
I know, but after a while it does the same thing.
Theory. Are you sure it's not the pesticides?
That's what I was thinking.
You know, it could be the pesticides because they say that
Organic.
Maybe.
They say people who are gluten sensitive but not celiac, they could actually have a sensitivity to the pesticides that they use, like on wheat and stuff for flour items. And that's why some people can be gluten sensitive but not celiac, because celiac is like an actual disease. So you could be allergic to pesticides.
That's what I was thinking, is I used to always eat apples and I was always fine. But the thing is with the organic chai, like you said, okay, so from agriculture, I have learned that because one ranch is organic, it doesn't mean it's organic. Let me explain. So if there's a ranch that's organic and there's another ranch that's a neighbor that is non-organic, so they use all these pesticides, the pesticides that they use will blow over to the organic side, so therefore your plants are no longer organic.
That's why I wash all my fruit in vinegar.
I need to do that. And I know I should, because, like, Francisco's always like, wash your chicken and wash this and wash that. And I'm just like, okay. And I just do it once and I forget.
I've seen people say to wash your chicken. I'm too lazy. I will if it's, like, really slimy.
Oh, yeah. That's gross to me.
I'm like, it's gonna get cooked anyways.
Do you wash your stuff, Chad? Your chicken and everything?
Depending on how I defrost it.
Okay.
So sometimes I do. Actually, I feel like it's like 75% of the time I do. Maybe just even like rinse it. And if I'm going to do like pork ribs with the dry rub, then I have to like wash it and pat it down and remove the membrane and all that.
Yeah.
It depends if I forgot to defrost it or I didn't pull it out in time, then I usually defrost it in water because it defrosts faster. So then a lot of the times, like, I will wash it because it's already in water and all of that.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like it also just depends. Like, when I grab it, like, how it feels, sometimes I'm like, ooh, I need to wash this. But then I, like, question it and then I throw it away.
I mean, there's been times that I buy chicken and it just feels weird when I'm cutting into it. Like, the feel of the knife, like, it's not like the normal feelage. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's more like, I don't know. It feels more rubbery than it should sometimes.
Yeah, so like the other day we defrosted pork short ribs on Wednesday. My parents ended up coming over, so we ended up ordering pizza. And then on Thursday, I think we had dinner plans on Thursday. And then Friday, we usually do takeout on Friday because Daniel has a haircut after work, so he'll just pick up dinner. And then Saturday and Sunday, we were busy. So today, I looked at it in the refrigerator, and I'm like, that's going in the trash. That's way too many days. And I'm not even gonna, like, try it. But you could tell, like, as it defrosted, like, the juices were on the bottom, and I was like, ew, no. So I threw it away.
Yeah.
So I think it really just depends on, like, how I defrost it or if it's fresh. And, like, when I take it out of, like, the bag, like, is there juices flowing everywhere? Or, like, what am I going to do with it, too? Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
It's very case-by-case basis.
I noticed that at Trader Joe's, they vacuum seal it, so it lasts you a lot longer in your fridge.
Yeah. Less air.
Yeah. It's better than, like, buying, like, Food Max or Foodsco or something like that.
Which is why I like buying the chicken from, especially chicken, from Costco. Because they're, like, the portion size, I guess, in the six-pack.
Yeah, they're, like, individually wrapped, right? Or something?
Yeah, so I like that. And then you can even get them, like, I guess. And then I like it because I just grab the whole thing and, like, stick it in the freezer. And when I want something, it's already portioned. So I don't have to, like, open it, like, the bigger packs, the value packs, and, like, portion it out. It's already, like, portioned out.
Yeah.
I do like that.
I like those too.
You guys were talking about food, and I started thinking about Starbucks' new menu. They actually added some, like...
I thought she was going to say, I started thinking about my dinner, and I was thinking about having this.
No, I saw that Starbucks now has, like, falafel pockets and chicken pockets, so it's like a wrap, pretty much. And it has, like, there's a spicy falafel, and then there's a jalapeno chicken. I haven't tried the jalapeno one, but I have tried the spicy falafel, and it's alright. It's not bad. I want to try the chicken one, though.
Yeah, that sounds good.
I did not know that. I'm a repetitive orderer.
Me too, but once in a blue moon, I will try something new.
I need somebody, like if I'm with you and we're ordering it and you're, like, speaking very highly of it, I'll probably order it. But if not, like, I won't go out of my way to try something different. Unless it's, like, something I've had before, like a turkey sandwich.
Oh, okay.
And we're somewhere new. I'd be like, oh, okay, yeah, I'll have the turkey sandwich. But if it's, like, something, like, completely different like that, like, I've never had a falafel. So something like that, like, I probably won't go out of my way to order it. Unless you're, like, totally raving about it and I'm with you.
You see, like, and you can't always go off of what I say, because I'll always try new things. Because, like, I know a lot of people. I know you, Chet. I had you try the lavender drink that I had one time from Starbucks, and you're just like, no. And I was like, it's so good, though.
Yeah, lavender should be a scent, not a drink.
They just brought back the lavender, too. I don't know when it was, maybe last week or something. And I've been having the lavender oat milk latte. Oof, so good. But to me, that's good. I like it.
Yeah, no.
I don't know if Nana has tried them.
I don't really go to Starbucks. So I haven't really tried any drinks or any new drinks.
Do you make any spring-themed drinks when it's, like, I don't know, the season?
I probably just transitioned from hot coffee to iced coffee, honestly, if I'm being completely honest. Or, like, I haven't bought any because I thought I had some. But I'll sometimes make myself a hibiscus tea or a, what is it called?
Oh, I like hibiscus tea.
Agua de...
Jamaica?
Yeah, there we go.
For those that don't know, hibiscus in Spanish is Jamaica. And one time...
And for everyone that wants to know, you've been buying overpriced Jamaica at Starbucks.
For real.
It's not even flavorful enough.
Because that shit's like $1.
Who was it? Was it my mom that one time I asked her, like, Mom, how do you say Jamaica in English? She's like, Jamaica? And I was like, no.
Yeah.
I was like, no, that's hibiscus.
Yeah. The flowers are actually really good to eat. They're sour.
There's actually a flower that people put in. I think my dad had me try it in a quesadilla. It was like this yellow flower, orange flower.
Oh, the squash ones?
I think so. I don't remember.
Oh, he made me try one too.
It was a long time ago. But they made a quesadilla with it, and I was like, why am I eating a flower? This is gross. Now I'm like, give it to me. I don't mind.
It's an edible flower.
There's a lot of edible flowers in the world.
There are a lot of edible flowers.
Anyway, we went on a little tangent.
We really did. We were talking about food, and then, like, we went from... What was the original question?
Allergies.
Was that how we got to Trader Joe's and chicken?
Yeah, we were talking about allergies, and then we talked about food allergies, and then I don't know how we got to Trader Joe's, but we did. This is how a girl's mind works. We went from one subject to another. They just all relate in one way.
Yeah.
Did you guys do any research on daylight savings time?
Yes, my assistant did help me with that.
Your assistant?
Well, thank you, ChatGPT.
But without my assistant, I did know that originally they had changed the time in the winter to give farmers more time, like in the morning rather than at night, because the sun would set sooner, which then in my head doesn't make sense because the sun sets way sooner.
You know what though? When I try to find like what was the original reason, one time I researched it and I found out something about ducks, that there was a duck hunter and he wanted more time to duck hunt or something like that.
A duck?
And I was like, wait, what?
I thought it was because of the olden days before we had street lights.
So I found that too.
It was very helpful for the traveling purposes. And that's why they're saying that we can get rid of it now, because we don't need that. There's no purpose for that because of technology and how far we've advanced. It's just something that we just kept doing because it became a norm. But that's what I found was the original reason for traveling in the olden days, when there wasn't like street lights and a clear path, and obviously we didn't have like flashlights or cell phones where we can turn on the flashlight.
Yeah. So like I found a lot of different information about it.
Yeah.
I looked up like why was it even created, and it says daylight savings time was introduced to make better use of daylight, conserve energy by shifting an hour of daylight from the morning to the evening. The idea was that people would use less artificial lighting in the evenings, thus saving energy. But then like when I try to find out like who came up with the idea, I found like 3 main people. I'm sure there's more. Actually, no, not 3. Yeah, 3 main people, and I'm sure there's more than that. So I have like Benjamin Franklin in 1784, George Hudson in 1895, and William Willett in 1907.
I know that they don't do it in Hawaii and Arizona.
Mm-hmm.
It's funny because they did do it to conserve energy, but in Arizona, because it's so hot, it actually caused them to use more energy than actually conserve it, because it was like more AC time was running. But
Yeah, because you're awake a lot longer.
yeah. Actually, no, I think you're awake the same amount of time. It's just that the sun is around longer.
Oh, that too. So like I try to find out like when it was first used. So like Germany and Austria, Hungary first started using it to during the World War I to conserve fuel in 1916. Then the United States used it in 1918, introduced as a wartime measure, but it was revoked in 1919. It should have stayed revoked. In World War II, from 1942 to 1945, the U.S. reintroduced it as wartime for energy conservation. And then in 1977, a lot of countries adopted it again just to reduce electricity consumption. Like, and then like you were saying, and a lot of people don't use it anymore. It's only about 70-ish countries that still follow it.
And then there's countries that never even followed it at all.
Yeah.
Like, I think Russia and China and all of, like, Asia. And, like, Dad, like, I remember I had asked Dad, because, you know, he works in ag and he's out there in the fields and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, does it even make a difference for you? He's like, No, it doesn't. I'll work from sun up to sundown and that's it. No, it's like, I guess.
If anything, it just they just have to adjust the time so when it gets darker, they don't work as late, but they do work earlier because now it's lighter in the morning and stuff like that.
I have noticed that with my dad. Every now and then he'll like, let's say was going in at 6 and then all of a sudden like he's like, oh, I go in at 7. I'm like, wait, I thought you were going at 6. He's like, well, the daylight savings or like,
Yeah.
Just because it's too dark or it's getting, the sun's coming up sooner. So then like he adjusts his time that way too.
Yeah.
I just wish they would just like get rid of it so we don't have to keep adjusting our clocks and losing an hour, gaining an hour. It's all just too much.
It's messing up my baby schedule.
Yeah, it messes with the children.
Our own schedule too.
Yeah.
Just give me more daylight and that's it. I don't care about the rest. And then with the spring, we do have more fruits and veggies. Well, I don't know if you guys eat to the season. I really don't. But I do know a lot of people do because there are some cheaper products during like certain times of the year.
I never know what's in season.
I wish I did. Just because I know if you eat to the season, you're less likely to consume like GMO stuff.
Oh yeah, because they have to artificially try to grow certain veggies and fruits when it's off season.
Yeah.
That makes sense. According to ChatGPT, the fruits that are in season during the spring are like strawberries, oranges, grapefruits, pineapples, apples, kiwis, mangoes, and veggies like asparagus, carrots, lettuce, leafy greens like kale, spinach, peas, broccoli, radishes, and cabbage. Which, I mean, I'm always buying broccoli and asparagus. So.
I feel like that's some of your go-to veggies. Asparagus, broccoli, you always have those.
Yeah, those are my favorite. I don't know if I ever used to like them, but now I do. That's all that matters.
Asparagus is growing on me.
What veggies do you like, Chelly?
Ooh, I like artichokes, like grilled artichokes. I feel like broccoli's always been a staple just because my dad would always bring it. Not that I like care for it. It's just kind of like, But you know what? I tend to buy it a lot in the steamable bags because I've realized that if I buy it fresh, every freaking time we end up doing something else and then it goes bad. So then I just buy it in the frozen steamable bag because then I know I always have it. Right now I'm trying to buy a lot more veggies just so that I can get Kathy to eat more veggies. But I think my go-tos, like I'll buy corn on the cob every now and then. But my go-tos is always like broccoli, artichokes, Brussels sprouts, and then like potatoes and carrots and squash are like a staple. I'm always buying that. I feel like asparagus, I usually only buy it when we're going to barbecue and I do bacon wrapped asparagus.
I like asparagus with like chicken and like mushroom.
Ooh, mushrooms is good.
Nana doesn't like mushrooms.
I forgot about mushrooms.
Yeah, I don't like mushrooms.
I love mushrooms. Like even on pizza.
I could probably eat like some mushroom on pizza. It depends. Cause mushrooms just taste like iron. So wherever I can't taste the iron is nice.
Interesting. I didn't know that's how it tasted to you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I did have like a little fun holiday thing that I wanted to say. According to a website I found, sofestive.com. I don't know if it's real. I don't know if it might be. I don't know. On this day that the podcast goes live on March 26th, it's National Spinach Day.
Oh.
I hate spinach.
Oh, I love spinach. It's so
I don't
good.
like spinach either.
I feel like it's like a filler food. Like you just throw it in eggs or you throw it in whatever just to make it go farther. I feel like I don't really like have a taste for it.
It doesn't taste like anything.
Yes, it
I know.
does.
That's why I'm like, it's pointless. Like it's just like filler food.
You guys can't taste it.
No, I don't taste anything. I just taste.
It tastes disgusting.
Well, I add it to shakes and that makes it more green, or I add it to salads. I don't cook it unless I'm putting it in pasta, only because I don't like how it like welts, how it like when you warm it up, it gets all gooey and stuff. I don't like that. That's gross to me. The texture is too much.
Eat it in a salad, but it has to be with like romaine and like other toppings. It can't just be like a spinach salad.
Oh yeah.
Or like a kale salad. Like I can't do that.
I can. Okay, kale is a little bit harder for me to try because I feel like kale tastes too clean.
I like kale. I like kale in soup.
I can do like the Olive Garden soup with the kale.
Yeah, but not like salads. Salads, it has to have like a really good dressing.
If it's going to be in a salad, it has to be massaged like really, really well for you to be able to enjoy it.
Oh, okay. Talking about dressings that I just said, and salads, back to Trader Joe's. I found out Trader Joe's has this like creamy cucumber dip. And I know it sounds weird. It does, but it smells just like cucumber. It smells so good. And I put it into my salad. Bomb. It tastes really good.
That sounds good.
That sounds like it could be good. You know what? Trader Joe's has a lot of good stuff. And like when I go, I like to go through like every aisle and every little nook and cranny because they have a lot of seasonal stuff and they have a lot of stuff that you're not going to find anywhere else.
Yeah.
So I like going and like spending even though it's small, I like spending my time and just grabbing stuff because it's, I don't know.
Yeah. And then I find out like, ooh, this is good.
Trader Joe's, the Trader Joe's brand stuff, I believe has no artificial dyes.
Ooh.
Way to go, Trader Joe's.
I always buy their salads, and my mom tells me that I'm what is it called? I'm a lazy girl because I don't do my own salads, and I'm like, but it's good. It's still fresh. It's like, no, it's been packaged by Trader Joe's. It's not like somebody else packaged it for me.
You know what? It's just easy, like grab and go for like work, especially like you go out to dinner with your boyfriend and you don't have any leftovers and you come home late. The next day it's just an easy like grab the bag, go. Like you don't have to worry about like
maybe add some chicken.
Yeah, you don't have to worry about like okay, like what toppings, the dressing, did I remember a fork, did I like it's just
it comes all there. The dressings, the croutons, the nuts, whatever it adds in there, it's all there already.
It's convenient
for you.
Food. Conveniences.
So then I tell my mom that she likes her coffee the lazy way too because she doesn't prepare her own coffee. She just goes to Starbucks.
You're just
and she's like, but it's freshly prepared. I'm like, yeah, but not by you.
Oh, she
I'm just kidding, Mom. I love you.
I don't know, Theo.
The questions for today were, would you rather have a picnic in a field of tulips or a hike through a cherry blossom forest?
Picnic.
I'm not trying to hike right now. I would like a nice picnic with a good view instead of huffing and puffing, trying to get my workout in.
I kind of want to say I would do the forest. I feel like that's pretty. And it's not just because like I have my cherry blossom tattoo on my leg. It's because I think cherry blossoms are beautiful.
You can FaceTime me.
You can show me pictures.
Take pictures.
Okay. Would you rather spend a day planting a garden or flying a kite in a windy spring afternoon?
Ooh, I think a garden. It's something we wanted to try this year.
Garden. It's actually very therapeutic.
Yeah, because we don't have any plants, but lemons are expensive and Daniel goes through like lemons like crazy, and he only likes the yellow ones that are like 50 cents each one.
And then like right now with the tariffs, the avocados, they're gonna cost a fortune just to get here, and it's better.
It's gonna be like $10 for a set of avocado.
Yes, they already have like the big ones at like $5 each at like Albertsons.
It's a good thing there's an avocado tree.
We have some in the backyard. Yep, right in the backyard, and it tastes better too. No GMOs. My answer though would be a kite. I feel like the nostalgia of flying a kite is like fun, Like I remember as a kid we would fly kites. I feel like I would want to relive that.
I remember flying kites with Dad.
Yeah, so I feel like I would want that memory to come back alive, so I could always cherish it. Remember doing it with my dad and stuff. Would you rather drink a lavender latte or a strawberry lemonade? I know Chel's answer.
Oh yeah, I don't do lavender.
Strawberry lemonade.
I would do lavender.
Lavender is disgusting.
As long as it's iced. I'll do iced lavender.
No. Lavender is a scent and a cleaning scent.
I don't even really enjoy the scent of lavender.
You know what? I don't
either. I don't like the scent of lavender.
It just tastes. It does too. It tastes and it smells too much like an herb. Like
it does. It tastes like perfume.
Well, not in the lattes. I like it in the lattes, but I have noticed like lavender, and I think this other one that your mom likes, Ched. I think it's like a cherry blossom. No, Japanese something. Bath and Body Works used to have it, and I didn't like it. It reminds me too much of like.
Was it this like gardenia thing.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe. I think that's what it was. And it was like too older lady for me.
Any like super florally scents I cannot stand.
It gives me a headache.
It does. It gives me a headache too.
We get that from my mom. My mom, I think, because I think she has what is it, like, not an allergy, an intolerance?
Sensitive.
Yeah, she has a sensitivity to certain scents. Would you rather decorate Easter eggs or bake spring-themed cookies?
Bake.
Bake too.
I love
Same.
baking.
Same.
Yeah.
I actually wanted to do that for. We should do that for Christmas Bake Off.
Ooh. We could bake gingerbread man cookies and then decorate them and have
The little gingerbread house.
well, the man too.
Oh yeah, the gingerbread man. We can have some already done, and we see who gets the best decorated ones. That'll be fun.
Yeah, we'll have a judge. Maybe like 2 judges.
Would you rather celebrate the first day of spring in Paris or Japan?
I think Japan.
Same.
I was gonna say Japan, but I don't know what time their cherry blossoms blossom.
I think it's springtime.
Yeah, I know it's only like a short span of time, but definitely Japan.
Paris, I feel like I would do more like the Christmas time because I do the twinkly lights on the Eiffel Tower. Or New Year's time, whatever. Would you rather have an endless supply of cozy spring dresses or cute rainy boots?
Ooh.
Boots. I don't wear dresses.
Dresses! I'm the odd man out in this one, Nina. I like rain boots, but I feel like dresses I would get more use out of them. It doesn't really rain here.
I think rain boots because I'd rather be like cozy and comfortable than like having to shave my legs and like make sure they don't look all white and pasty and put a dress on. I have to use self tanner, so it's just a whole process. So I'd rather just be cozy and comfy.
Mm-hmm.
You see, there's like more to it than just a dress. It's like you have to put on self tanner, you have to make sure you shave, you have to put the right amount of lotion, the right shoes. Well, if you're wearing a dress, you're not wearing sneakers half the time. So do you have a pedicure?
I just shave and put lotion on, and then I wear cute booties, and I'm good.
In spring?
Yeah, there's booties that go with spring clothes. Or wedges.
But aren't they open-toed?
Not all of them. I have some closed-toed ones. They're really cute, too. I haven't worn them in a while. Thank you so much for tuning in today with us on our spring episode. Feel free to share your own spring recipes, maybe some spinach recipes in the comments below. And join us next time on Wednesday. We've got plenty more conversations coming your way.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.